Hey Kings of Dragons, Dragon King 551 here, and today we're going to do another video. This one is going to be about the 49ers, and let's get into it. Coming off a 6-10 record from 2020 with all their injuries, such as George Kittle, Jimmy Garoppolo, and Nick Bosa, and plenty more. Their defense was shattered. Their offense was shattered. They had a bad season. They did draft the rookie Trey Lance. I think he has a good chance of starting by week 4. But with that being said, let's get into the game. So, we got the 49ers versus the Lions. That's a win. Why? Because their defense is coming back, and I think they will win that game and wreck the crap out of the Lions. The Lions do not have a good team, and I don't think they ever will have a very strong team. It's been many years since they've played in the playoffs and lost to Dallas. 49ers versus Philly. That's a win. Why? Because Philly, even though they have a strong team around them, I think the 49ers will be better, and they're looking for hunger. Now, obviously, this next game, they're going into they're trucking right into the Packers 49ers game. They're back on track with everything from those two wins, but I say they do not pull this one out, and I think Aaron Rodgers will find a way, and his team will find a way to win. So that's a loss for the Niners. Seahawks versus Niners. That's a loss. I think the Seahawks will be the biggest threat to the Niners this season. I personally think that they are a big threat. And yes, with that being said, we move on to the 49ers versus the Arizona Cardinals. That's a win because I believe the Niners have a strong team. Trey Lance will start by that time probably, and it will be an interesting matchup between two young guys, Kyler Murray and Trey Lance, going at it. I think they both have strong arms. It'd be a very interesting game, and I can't wait to see what happens in that one. 49ers versus Colts. That's a win. I think the Colts with Carson Wentz down, and we have no idea when he's coming back. I don't think they will win that game, the Colts. I do, however, believe that the Niners will win, and they will find a way. Niners versus Bears. Trey Lance versus Justin Fields. I think Justin Fields is a good quarterback. I think Trey Lance is a good quarterback. I just think that the Niners have a better scenario with a better O-line and better defense for now, and I just don't think the Bears are going to win that one. I think they will lose. Cardinals versus Niners. Kyler Murray bounces back. He's hungry. That means the Niners will lose that one, but it will be a close game. Niners versus Rams. The Rams will take the L. The Niners will take the win. Niners have a stronger defense, I think, and with Matthew Stafford there, I just don't think they have enough power to win. And Matthew Stafford's up there, so they're going to have to look for a new quarterback as well soon. Same with a couple other teams. 49ers versus Jags. As I said in previous videos, when teams have played the Jags or are going to play the Jags this season, I just don't have a lot of faith in them doing well. Yes, I have a lot of faith in Trevor Lawrence. I think he'll be a good quarterback. I just don't have a lot of faith in their team overall, though. I just think they're a bad team. Niners versus Vikings. That's a win. I just don't see the Vikings getting there, and I just don't believe they are going to have the power to win that game. Niners versus Seahawks. That's a sweep for the Seahawks. They will take the series 2-0. I think the second game will be nitty-gritty, but I think the Seahawks will pull it out and win that one, and the Niners will lose. Niners versus Bengals. Don't need to explain that one either. Joe Burrow coming off that torn ACL or MCL, and I personally just don't think they have ability to win that game, and they don't have a good O-line or defense yet. They're not ready yet. They're not ready for the playoffs. They're not ready to start winning a lot of games. Niners versus Falcons. Don't really need to explain that one much either. Traded a lot away of their players. You got freaking Matt Ryan who's fading, and they need a quarterback and a team together, and they just need to find a way to get there. Niners versus Titans. I think that's a win. Yes, Ryan Tannehill doesn't have that scramble ability. You need some scrambling power to get out of there, or a good O-line to protect you and give you time. I just don't see them winning that one. I think Ryan Tannehill's washed up, and I don't see the Tennessee Titans winning a playoff spot. I mean, they will get a playoff spot, but I don't see them winning enough to get into the Super Bowl or get higher up. Yes. Now let's move on to the 49ers Texans. Don't need to explain that one much either. Texans will take the loss. They're not a very good team, and I don't think they have the firepower to win. The Niners do. Niners versus Rams. That's a sweep for the Niners. They will take the Rams out 2-0. The only team that I feel that is a split is definitely Cardinals versus Niners, because I think those two teams are very high powered, and I think they're very evenly matched. I think the Rams, though, are going to struggle. I don't know. I think they will potentially make the playoffs, but I don't think they will get that far. I think the Niners will get farther. With that being said, I have the Niners ceiling record 13-4 as their season, bouncing back, winning 7 more games and losing 4, which is phenomenal for them. However, if something happens, such as a big injury again, I believe the ceiling is 13-4, but their floor is going to 10-7. Yes, I believe they will win 4 more games, turn that season around, become 10-7. However, it all takes the coaching up front and everything else. Yes, the Niners had to find a new defensive coordinator, as he is now the Jets' head coach. With that being said, I hope the Niners have a good season. I hope they bounce back. I hope everyone stays healthy. I always want a team to win or lose when their opponent is at their best, not when they're at their weakest off injuries. Injuries happen, you can't control them. Sometimes it's good to take advantage of that and win, but injuries are a part of life, and you gotta make sure that you can win those games and stay true to yourself and win. But yeah, if you want your opponent at their strongest, to beat them and prove that you are better. With that being said, I hope the 49ers can beat teams and prove that they are better when they are at their strongest for both sides. If a team is weak and they have injuries, it's a part of the game, it sucks, but you always want your opponent at their strongest, not at their weakest. That is not how you win games. But with that being said, I hope the Niners have a great season. I hope the Giants, the Browns, every team that I've done predictions on, including the whole NFL, I hope they have a great season. Obviously, usually it's 12 teams that can make the playoffs. I hope everyone keeps that competitive spirit. But now there will be 14 teams trying to get into the playoffs. So I hope everyone gets that competitive spirit and keeps striving to be the best. And I hope everyone can win and prove who's the best team at the end of the season without anyone getting injured. Injuries suck, and it's just heartbreaking when it happens. So until next time, guys, don't forget to stay radical. I'll see you in the next one. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.